Hello everybody, this is Aaron from Arjuna Yoga here at BeYoga in Marietta, Georgia. Just wanted to thank you for joining me for a Yin class today. I want to thank Julie Eubanks and all of the BeYoga staff here who are producing free yoga classes for not just our community but the world at large. We are trying to share the benefits of yoga during this very difficult, challenging time in just a challenging time, we all know. And we all believe that yoga has tremendous benefits and can help us through these times by helping us create a better frame of mind, helping us to approach the circumstances we find ourselves in a better way. Not to tell you how you should behave, but helps us to bring us down, relax the mind, relax the body, so that we can be more present with the people that we love and make decisions that are beneficial to all of us in the community at large. So, just a basic yin class today. I would recommend a strap if you've got one. If you don't have a strap, you can use a towel. You could use a bathrobe strap. You could use a belt. Okay, you could use a shirt. Whatever it is you think you need. Feel free to grab that. I'm going to give you a little time here. I do have some blocks. I might be using some blocks today. And behind me I have a blanket. And you don't have to have a yoga blanket. You could use a towel. You could use a blanket off the bed. It doesn't matter. You don't even actually need a mat. You can actually get rid of the mat and do it on the floor. So thank you again for joining me. So let's get started. We're going to start with just a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. This isn't technically yin when we stretch out the shoulders, but it is, I find, to be helpful because I'm going to focus today on the spine when we get there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is turn around a little bit so that you can see. I want to lift the strap up, whatever it is, right behind me. So I'm not grabbing the strap. I'm just letting it fall freely. See? Not even grabbing it. Then what I'm going to do is take my left hand behind my back, bring it around, simply grab onto the strap, still not even grasping the strap, not necessary. Then simply drop the right hand down, right elbow is up, and simply keep your hands together. Maybe your hands touch, maybe they don't. If they don't, that's just fine. Not necessary at all for the hands to touch. And simply from here, just lift your shoulders up and then draw the shoulders down the back. Feel that warm sensation in the shoulders, in the right shoulder and in the left shoulder. And simply take some deep breaths here. As I inhale, I feel the sensation of my shoulders increasing. And as I exhale, it feels as though the sensation in my shoulders decreases a little bit. Let's continue to breathe here. We are compressing the right elbow, the left elbow here, which is restricting blood flow into the forearm. Compression is a very healthy way to heal the body, but it does have benefits to the body. So as I compress, preventing blood from entering the forearm, I'm going to simply release now. Basically just letting my hands go, just bringing that strap. I'm placing my mind on my right shoulder here. The blood is rushing into the shoulder, into the forearm. Maybe it feels warm, maybe it feels cool. That is being mindful, taking the mind and placing it on the sensations in the body. The right arm feels cooler than my left. Now I'm going to just simply take the strap, place it in my left hand. Not even grabbing it, very loosely. Dropping the left hand down, left elbow is up, haven't even grabbed the strap yet. Just take the right hand around. Keep the hands together. Maybe you're able to clasp your hands. I'm not able to do that on this side. So that just shows me it's not something that I should judge myself about. Oh, one side is more flexible than the other. Well, that's true in my body. Yoga teaches us what is true about our bodies. So I take a deep breath in, lift my shoulders up, and then exhale, drop the scapula, drop the shoulders down and the scapula down the back. We'll hold here for about 1 minute here. Once again, I'm pressing the elbows. It's restricting blood into the forearms. And eventually when I release, what will happen is the blood will rush in to the arms, flushing out the joint, both in the shoulder and in the elbow. It's not magic. Taking deep breaths in as I inhale. The sensation in the shoulders increases, and as I exhale, the sensation may decrease just a little bit. Feel some warmth in my shoulders already. Just breathing. Now I'm going to simply let go. Just let go very gently of the strap. As I release, I feel the warmth of the blood rushing into my left shoulder, down into my forearm. Because we restricted the flow of blood, now the blood is rushing in, helping to renew the joints with fresh blood, oxygenated blood, helping to eliminate toxins, which is simple, normal cellular waste. From here, let's do just a little bit of hip movement, also not technically yin, just want to move the hips around. This first one is a yin posture, in relieving pose. So just lay back, drop the head to the floor, shoulders down. I'm going to draw my right knee in, okay? And then all 10 fingers clasp below the knee. Draw the knee towards the right shoulder, not straight forward, but just to the right. We're cheating it just to the right a little bit. And begin to hold. Creating compression in the right hip. And feel the sensation in the right hip. Continue to breathe. So when I practice yin or teach yin, practice teaching yin, I like to talk about in the beginning of the class always, why are we here? What are we doing here physically? What are we physically doing to our body when we practice these postures? So for me, the understanding is that as we are stretching the muscles of the body and using certain techniques, we are going past the stretch of the muscle and into stretching the connective tissue of the body. And that is done by using very specific techniques. Breathing deeply while I'm in this posture. And I'll get to the techniques in just a moment. So, as we stretch the body, we'll apply techniques that will stretch the muscle and then transcend into the connective tissue, stretching connective tissue. Just begin to breathe in and breathe out. Pressing the hip. If you need to make any movements, any changes to this posture, feel free. go ahead and drop the right leg down, and then draw the left leg in. We're just holding these for 2 minutes, this particular stretch. Okay. Draw the knee to the left shoulder. Okay. Relaxing the right leg, relaxing the shoulders, and simply breathing. Compressing the hip, stretching the hip. So, physical postures accompanied by very specific techniques, which I'll get into in the next posture, help to stretch the muscle and to stretch the connective tissue of the body. About 1 more minute here. Just relax, compress the hip. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Begin to release the leg, left leg down, and just rebound for a moment. Try to relax the hips completely. Just for about 15 to 30 seconds. And you can bring some movement into the body at this point, a little side to side if you need. Just moving the hips around, we just compress them. Okay. Now let's roll up to a seat. And now we're going to do a posture called banana. Many of you are mostly familiar with banana, so we will recline back onto our back. Now you can add on here piece by piece, stopping wherever you want to stop, depending on the condition of your body. If you have back injuries or a hip injury or something that prevents you from going into a posture, you can back off, of course. All right? So we want our body to feel safe. If we don't feel safe, we just simply move out of the posture. I'm not there to tell you or to show you what feels good in your body. That is something and a skill that you have to develop, and this practice allows you to develop that skill. So you can simply take your right foot and your left foot, extending it long on the mat, and simply stay here. Okay, getting a little stretch in the lower spine. We are focusing on the spine here. From here, we can bring our arms up overhead and then scoot the torso to the same side of the mat, experiencing a deep sensation along the intercostal muscles of the ribs, along the side body as well, into the hip. But for me, as a yoga instructor, I like to focus my conversation on the spine. We're stretching the muscles of the spine here. So when I take my left leg, I can place my left leg long over the right leg. And now we're going to hold this posture for about 4 minutes. 4 minutes. So the techniques of yin yoga. The first technique is that we must feel the sensation in the body. We're trying to create sensation. We're not trying to create a situation in which we feel nothing. So this is not a restorative style of yoga. Now it helps to restore the body, I believe, But it is not a restorative, technically a restorative yoga, which is when we're trying to take out all sensation of the body, using props and such. Feel free to use props if you need. I used to have a shoulder injury that would require me to place a block under my left shoulder. I don't have to do that anymore. Feel free to make any adjustments you need. If your left leg is over your right and then you begin to experience so much sensation in your left side that you need to release, feel free to do so. So we have to be feeling the sensation in the body. Now, at what level do we feel that sensation? I like to say, it was taught by Michelle Stewart, 5 to 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. Now, that being said, 5 to 7 on a 1 to 10 scale is relative to your body. I've been practicing yoga for quite a while, and so my body can handle a higher level of intensity because I'm used to it, and I also know the sensations in my body are not detrimental. But until you experience that for yourself, you can always take a more gentle approach to this and relax and go for the 5 level. If you want more, you can continue to push a little harder, maybe to the level of a 7. That being said, that 5 to 7 on a 1 to 10 scale really can only be measured by you. So we have to feel it in the body. Do you feel safe? The next step would be to relax the body as much as possible. Hold still and relax. The purpose of relaxing the body is to go past, or this is how I understand it, go past the muscle. When we stretch the muscle, the stretching lasts, we get the stretch for the first minute. 30 seconds to a minute. And after that, the muscle is about as stretched as it's going to get. That doesn't mean we can't stretch it more. And so we are getting the benefit of stretching the muscle. But when we relax the body, we are then getting past the muscle and into the connective tissue. The tissue that connects the muscle and the bone. We want to gently stretch that tissue. It is a completely different tissue than muscle. From here, let's begin to slowly unwind, bringing the torso back to center. We can bring our arms down by our side, bring the feet back to normal. And when I practice this posture, banana, this is actually where I feel it the most, as the body is returning to its neutral state. This is the rebound. The muscles don't automatically come back. They take a little bit of time, maybe about 15 to 30 seconds. So try to hold stillness in between each. Now let's scoot to the other side of the mat if you need, and begin the process on the other side. So another 4-minute hold, placing the feet. Just start with the feet, moving the feet to the left side of the mat. And depending on my back, maybe that's enough for me. But if I want to add on, I can always turn the upper body or scoop the upper body over and bring the arms up overhead. And hold this for about 4 minutes. So we're relaxing the body as much as possible. You place that right foot over the left. If you need to support any of your shoulders, feel free to use a block. Keep the hips on the floor, the shoulders on the floor, laterally flexing the spine. By relaxing the body as much as possible,
We're then beginning to get into the connective tissue. So we're stretching the muscles in the hip, we're stretching the intercostal muscles of the ribs, we're stretching the side body, we're stretching the spine on the right side. We're compressing the muscles of the spine on the left side of the spine. Relaxing the muscles in the body as much as possible. So how do we do that? How do I do that? The first thing I do is I place my mind on the sensation of the body. Where am I feeling the sensation most? Maybe in the right hip, maybe in the right spine, maybe in the right intercostal muscles, side body. Maybe I'm feeling it in the shoulder. Where am I feeling the sensation? Can I take a deep breath in, search that area for any tension that I'm holding? And on my exhale, try to release any tension in that area. And as I release tension on the next inhale, search the rest of the body. Maybe search the jaw, the shoulders, the tongue. Where in the body that has nothing to do with the stretch am I holding tension? Can I find any? Can I take a deep breath in? And on the exhale, relax and let that tension go. So that's the process that I take on each posture. I search the body. I search where the tension in the body I'm experiencing is, and try to release any tension there. And then I search the body where I'm not feeling the sensation, because I might hold tension in the body in a place that has nothing to do with the stretch. If you think about being in a supermarket and those long lines, you know, I might hold tension in my shoulders. The shoulders have nothing to do with what I'm doing, and yet I might manifest that tension in my shoulders. I can relax, I can recognize the tension, and I can let it go. So that's really the technique. Can I recognize where I'm holding tension, and then let go of the tension, allowing my body to stretch, allowing the connective tissue of the body to stretch. Now, one of the final techniques really is holding the postures. That's why in yoga we're holding postures for a long period of time. Holding stillness and holding the postures for a long period of time gives us the greatest benefit of the stretch to both the muscle and the connective tissue. So these stretches can be held for 3 minutes, they can be held for 5 minutes, they can be held for 7 minutes. My teacher, Doug Johnson, likes to say that the Goldilocks zone is about 5 minutes. And relax the body. From here, let's begin to slowly unwind, bringing our legs straight on the mat. And then our upper body. Let's bring our body back to center. Relaxing. Lying back. Allowing the body to return to neutral. So we're holding a posture, and then then as we come out of the posture, what happens is that the muscles slowly return to the neutral posture of Shavasana. They don't just automatically snap back. We have to give them time, but it is also an opportunity to observe the sensations as they move back to neutral. It's literally a mindfulness practice. As we return to neutral, place the mind on the body, notice how the sensations are changing. Let's go ahead and bend our knees, placing maybe our elbows We'll grab the knees and just get a little bit of a wiggle here. All right. Now let's come to a seated position. So we just did lateral flexing of the spine. So the spine is designed to laterally flex, to forward fold, to backward bend, and then to twist. So if we want our spine to become healthy, we have to target those movements of the spine. From here, let's do a forward fold. All right. So make your way to one side of the mat, one edge of the mat. I'm just going to face forward here. Now you can, if you need, bend your knees. Okay. When you bend your knees, you're going to take some of the sensation out of the hamstrings. You want to target the back here, but if you want to add on the hamstrings, keep the knees straight. You can use a block here to prop your forehead up if you need. Feel free to do so. You can even use a blanket, you could use a bolster, or if you're at home, just grab a pillow from the couch or roll up a blanket, or you can take your dog, put it over your lap, and snuggle the dog while you're doing this. Seamus likes to do that. Seamus is my dog. So I want you to think of your spine, extending the spine towards the ceiling. Think the crown of the head, top of the spine. Okay? Now tuck your chin and begin to roll forward. So as I roll forward, I'm continuing to lift the spine and back. Rolling forward, lifting the spine. Rolling forward, lifting the spine. Slowly coming forward to whatever degree of sensation you need. If you need to use a block, you can. If you want to place the block under your forehead and bend your knees, you can use your fists to just create that the bend in the knees to take it out of the hamstring. But once again, I like to add the hamstrings in. This makes it a combination stretch if I do that. So I can focus on the back, but I can also stretch the hamstrings. So, do you feel safe? Are you feeling the sensation in the body? Deep breaths. Follow the breath in and follow the breath out. Now place your mind where you're feeling the sensation. On the back, upper neck, maybe the hamstrings. Can you find any tension where you're feeling the sensation? Take a deep breath in. And exhale, try to relax that tension. Now search the rest of the body. The shoulders, the chin, jaw, eyes. Are you holding any tension there? Can you take a deep breath in? And on your exhale, relax, release all of that tension. While you're in this forward fold, I'm going to use a metaphor, thinking of gravity. Think of the tension maybe as light in the body. Take a deep breath in, collect all of the tension into one spot. Maybe this bright light is collecting all of the tension of the body, and on your exhale, let gravity pull that tension away. Remain still, relax. Continue to let the body surrender by surrendering the tension in the body. And similarly, if your mind begins to race, if you begin to feel emotions, these are just like the sensations of the body. They can be collected on the inhale. Lift those thoughts, lift the emotions up. And on your exhale, let them be pulled from you like gravity, with gravity. Each inhale collects the tension, the emotion, the thoughts, and each exhale surrender the body, release the tension, release the thoughts. Slowly begin to roll back up, nice and slow. Remove any props you may be using. And lie back for just a moment, experiencing the rebound. Coming back to a seat. So we're going to do a spinal twist now. Very gentle spinal twist. So I'm going to start this way and then I'll turn my body so you can see me from the side. So in the spinal twist you have a couple of options here. You can either keep your knees stacked, right? You can bring your feet closer to your glutes and further away. Leave your knees stacked, drop them to the left. Or take your left leg, place it over your right like you're sitting in a chair and drop the hips to the left. Of course, we're lying down here. Actually, I went the wrong way. I have to say, apologize about that. So my left leg is over my right. Drop my legs to the left. Or I can stack my legs and just drop them to the left. A couple variations here. I can bring my knees further away from my torso, or I can bring my knees closer to my torso. Both change the sensation in the body. Left over right, drop the legs to the right. Or stack. Already getting a little bit of cracking in my back. So my arms are out by my side, and I look over my left shoulder. So now think of your spine. Your spine is gently twisting. Gentle twist. The spine is designed to do this. In order to improve the health of the spine, I have to stretch the muscles that allow my spine to do this. If you need to prop your knees up on a block, feel free to do so. It just depends on your mobility. Over time, as you practice this, you'll be able to your spine will become stronger, the muscles will become more flexible, the connective tissue will also become healthier. So wherever you are is fine. Just because I can drop my knees to the floor doesn't mean everybody else is able to do that, and that's okay. So let's go back to technique. Do you feel safe? Are you feeling the sensation in the body? 5 to 7 on a 1 to 10 scale relative to your body. Holding the posture for an extended amount of time. Search the body first. Maybe search the body where you're feeling the sensation. Are you holding any tension there? Then, after you've released that tension with a nice big inhale and exhale, can you find tension elsewhere in the body, in areas of the body that have nothing to do with the stretch in the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders? Trying to remain still. Taking a deep breath in. Lifting any tension from the body with my inhale. And on the exhale, release the tension. Thoughts and feelings may come and they may go. Simply notice them without judgment. Totally normal. Just lift them with the breath. And let them go with the exhale. Each inhale brings in the breath. Each exhale, surrender. Slowly bring in the knees back to center. Hips back to center. Take a moment, legs down. And notice the imbalance. the imbalance you've put into your body by stretching one side. And then we'll notice when we stretch the other side, how we bring balance back to the body. You may notice on the other side that your body is less or more flexible. It has less or more tension. This yin practice allows us to see the imbalances in our body. But we can see them without judgment. We just need to know that they're there. If we know that they're there, then we can maybe do something about it. Bring balance back to the body. Bring the knees back up. Dropping the legs to the left. Or taking the right leg, placing it over the left knee, dropping the knees to the left. You can place a block under your knees if you need. Okay. You can bring your knees further away or closer to the torso to increase or decrease the sensation or the twist in the body. Arms out. Gaze over the right shoulder. So thinking about your spine here, think about your spine. Think of what it is doing. The spine is gently twisting. Cervical spine, thoracic spine, lumbar spine, gentle twist. It is designed to do this. To improve the ability of the spine to do this, we must stretch the spine using these kinds of postures. Now return to the technique. 5 to 7 on a 1 to 10 scale. We do need to feel a sensation, but how much is up to us? Holding the postures for an extended period. And then relaxing the body as much as possible, settling into stillness. Taking a deep breath in, placing the mind where you're feeling the sensation the most. And on your exhale, letting that tension go. Taking another deep breath in, searching the area of the body. Not associated with the stress. Are you holding any tension in your shoulders and your jaw? Can you relax and let go? Surrender. Recognizing thoughts, recognizing emotions as simply another experience in the body, just like sensation. As they weave their way through the mind, simply take a deep breath in and surrender to your thoughts. Allow gravity to hold them away. Slowly bringing your knees back to center, torso back to center, extend the legs long on the mat. comes down. Experience the rebound here. Place the mind on the sensations in the body and observe how the body brings neutrality back. How you have brought balance back to your body. Let's take a hip stretch here, placing the feet on the floor, crossing the left ankle over the right. If you know sleeping swan, feel free to do so. We're going to do reclined swan here. Go ahead and go into sleeping swan if you know that posture. So left ankle is over right knee, and you can use the blocks here to increase the sensation by placing the right foot on top of the blocks. That will help to bring the leg close, the left leg, closer to the body. Or you can simply draw it in by grabbing around the thigh or the shin. You take your elbow, press it against the left thigh, pressing the knee away from the body, creating more sensation. External rotation of the hip. So we are externally rotating the femur in the hip, stretching the muscles and the connective tissue. Try to relax there. Once again, go back to technique, holding the postures, relaxing the body as much as possible. Sensation, we want to feel it. If we are feeling it in the body, we're getting it. How much is up to you. In my experience, the hips can hold more, can take more sensation than the rest of the body. That being said, this is up to you. That's just my observation of my body. We're getting into that left hip here and relax. Lots of sensation in that left hip. Can I relax the left hip? Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Allow thoughts and feelings to enter, and simply let them go with the breath. Place the mind on the sensation. Hold that one a little shorter, and then go ahead and place our right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor, and take the opposite side. Take the right ankle, place it over the left knee, open up the knee, externally rotate the femur in the hip joint, stretching the muscle and the connective tissue. You can use the blocks as a way to elevate the foot. The foot can be on the floor, closer to the glutes, or you can simply draw that leg in. Through, draw it in, press that knee away from the body. And surrender. Feel the sensation. Do you feel safe? Relax the body. Hold stillness. Observe the breath or observe the sensation. Stretch the body. Relinquish the sensation. Relinquish thoughts and emotions. Drop the left leg down to the floor, unwind the right leg, extend the legs long on the mat. Feel the sensation of the body as it returns to neutral through the rebound effect. Observe. Place the mind on the body where you're feeling the sensation. And observe it. Not without judgment, not with judgment. Observe it with curiosity. Slowly come up to a seated posture. We're going to do our last posture here. Block in the back. Okay. So the block has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. You take the version you like. For most, this will be appropriate. Now you can place the block down the spine or across the spine, whatever works best for you and your needs. Okay. So I like to go, I'm going to use the second height here. And it's really, it's really a matter of just figuring out where on the spine it feels best. So I like to start first placing it at the sacrum and just roll down. Crack the spine open. And then push it away about an inch. Slowly roll down. Opening the spine, and then usually about another inch there is right where it needs to be. So we can add, I love this posture. You can use a block or a blanket under your head if you need. Or you can let the block go if your spine is really open. One of my favorite postures, because it's a 3-for-1 if you want. Bending the knees and opening the legs if you want. You don't have to do that. You can keep your legs straight. And then opening the arms out to the side, letting the arms rest completely on the floor. Taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. This is your back bend, so we have done lateral flexing of the spine. We have done a forward fold. We've done a twist. And now we are back bending. In order to improve the health of the spine, we must use not necessarily these postures, but postures that target the articulations of the spine. We're also externally rotating in the hips here. We're also getting a stretch across the upper back, upper chest. Stretching the pectoral muscles. So I'm going to come out of the posture, but I want you to stay in. I'll keep the timer on. Just close your eyes.
are different levels of the body. There's the body itself. There's the energy, which is the prana. There's the mind layer, and then there's connection to our higher self. It can be the God of your understanding. It can be whatever it is you understand as a higher power. Surrender is a big part of yoga. It's an important practice in yoga. We can surrender to our higher selves. Surrendering the sensation of the body, surrendering the breath, surrendering the mind, and entering into the flow of the universe around us, of the present moment, entering the present moment. And one way to do that is to use your connection to a higher power and use prayer and meditation. So I offer this to you, not as just as my prayer for you and for the world in general. This is the Ishu Prasha. The Lord is enshrined in the hearts of all. The Lord is the supreme reality. Rejoice in Him through renunciation. Covet nothing. All belongs to the Lord. Thus working may you live 100 years. Thus alone may you work in real freedom. Those who deny the self are born again blind to the self, enveloped in darkness, utterly devoid of love for the Lord. The self is one. Ever still, the self is swifter than thought, swifter than the senses. Though motionless, he outruns all pursuit. Without the self, never could life exist. The self seems to move, but is ever still. He seems far away, but is ever near. He is within all and transcends all. Those who see themselves in all creatures and all creatures in themselves know no fear. Those who see themselves in all creatures and all creatures in themselves know no grief. How can the multiplicity of life delude the one who sees its unity? The self is everywhere. Bright is the self, indivisible, untouched by sin, wise, immanent, and transcendent. He it is who holds the cosmos together. In dark night live those for whom the world without alone is real. In night darker still for those for whom the world within alone is real. The first leads to a life of action, the second to a life of meditation. But those who combine action with meditation cross the sea of death through action and enter into immortality through the practice of meditation. So we have heard from the wise. In dark night live those for whom the Lord is immanent only. In night darker still for those for whom the Lord is transcendent only. But those for whom the Lord is immanent and transcendent cross the sea of death with the immanent and enter into immortality with the transcendent. So we have heard from the wise. The face of truth is hidden by your orb of gold, O sun. Remove your orb so that I, who adore the truth, may see the glory of truth. O nourishing sun, solitary traveler, controller, source of life for all creatures, spread your light and subdue your dazzling splendor so that I may see your blessed self, even that very self am I. May my mind merge in the immortal when my body reduced to ashes. O mind, meditate on the eternal. Remember the deeds of the past. Remember, O mind, remember. O Lord of fire, lead us by the good path to eternal joy. You know all our deeds. Deliver us from evil, we who bow and pray again and again. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly begin to bend your knees, arms down by your side. Roll off the block on one side or the other, and make your way back to a reclined position lying on your back. Final posture, Shavasana. Slowly begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, bring attention back to the body, elbows, knees, hips, shoulders. Maybe you extend long on the mat, or maybe you draw your knees in, roll side to side. Take some breaths here. Take a few breaths, maybe roll to one side or the other, taking a fetal position, or maybe you'd just like to roll up to your seat. I'll give you a few moments here, a couple breaths. When you come into a seated position, just take a low gaze, palms up to receive, palms down for grounding. Place your mind on the body. How does it feel? Not with judgment, just noticing. Just notice. How are the sensations? How is your mind feeling? Let's bring our arms up overhead, bring your hands to prayer position on an inhale. On your exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Thank you for allowing me to share my journey and for allowing me to bear witness to yours. Namaste. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We really appreciate it. I hope you are enjoying all the yoga we are sharing with you. It comes from our deepest love for our community, for the world. We want to share. We don't just want to share yoga, we want to share the blessings and the healing that yoga can give you, because it has given us so much. Thank you for Julie and for allowing us to use BeYoga Space to do this for our community. Have a great day. Check out the Facebook Lives and the YouTube Live events for BeYoga. Thank you.